Hey, good evening, YouTube. It's Mallory George Page, aka the Emperor of Everybody Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I got this interview last of the minute, and this is great. Want to get an opportunity to talk to people in the sport, who
Mhm.
are the people who are doing the work, who are behind the scenes, doing photos and videos with the ladies in the sport. And this gentleman, he's been around for a good while. You follow him on social media. You've seen the work he's done. He's done some great work for great ladies. He's been working with women in the sport of fitness and bodybuilding for the past few years. This is one Mr. Sean Nelson. And it is a pleasure for me him to have time for me because I reached out to him a while back. He's a busy man. He's the man on the road. He has to stay
Yep.
at the top. So I
hmm
respect him, and I said I want to I just thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk with you.
Of course. Of
And I
course.
want to ask, how did you get to sport? Taking photos of these women of buff, beautiful ladies. I know.
Yeah, I love telling the story because it's sort of one of those. It just happened. Everything kind of happened, a chain reaction. Never thought that I'd ever get into this when I was going to college. Something that was just me, like making videos for parties, kind of led to an opportunity that moved me to Las Vegas, and that job is what introduced me to bodybuilding. And then fast forward that, and I went from video to photography, and here I am doing nothing but fitness.
Yeah, and it's just because it's like I said, I've been a fan of bodybuilding probably longer than you were born. So, and it's amazing how the stuff you put out, your content, your photography. I
Mhm.
mean, it's just I gotta give you a lot of respect because you know what, it's tough to do. I mean, a lot of people, especially the everyday John Q public, don't think women like the women you take pictures of are very attractive or beautiful. But as myself, being a fan of about it a long time, I gonna admit it, I'm a muscle per smoke. I just love the stuff you put out. You're working with some great legends in the sport, women who
Mhm.
are coming up in the sport. Like I said, and even women who are, I would say more. I recently been seeing you've been working with Jordan Grace. That's one of my favorite wrestlers. And
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, and she has this year she just I think it was just about last month she competed in her
Mhm.
first bodybuilding show, and
Mhm.
she's really and just the video stuff and the photo stuff you're doing, it's just great. What's it like working with someone like her?
She's like someone. So I knew about her for a little bit with wrestling, and then I just randomly came across her profile, and I'm like, oh, she's doing a competition. That's my world right there. Okay. So I ended up emailing her, and it just so happens she sees her email as she's boarding to fly to Las Vegas, where I live. What the heck? Like, literally, she told me, she's like, I'm literally like just getting on the plane now and I'm going to Las Vegas. And I live in Las Vegas. So I was able to get some kind of quick shoot in like right before she left the city because she was there to wrestle. And when she's in town to wrestle, it's like a 2 day trip, nonstop work. And then she gets out of there. And I was like so lucky to find like an hour and a half to squeeze in a shoot right before she went to the airport. And I'll tell you what, she's strong, she's badass, and she works hard. Like everything you see with how she looks and her career in wrestling, it's because she worked her butt off to get there. She's not a slacker. She won't let you be a slacker. Super cool person to just watch them hustle. And I'll tell you what, she was fun to shoot with. Like the things that I got her to do, the things that the way she looked, like holy crap, man. Like I knew she was going to win that show, and she was still like 8 9 weeks out from the show. And so I ended up flying out to her city to shoot her again about a week and a half before her show. And like she just holy crap, her physique looked insane. And she was hating life a little bit because she's never done this before. She's never gone through peak week. She's never been 10 days out from a show and doing a shoot with me. And she definitely learned like how tough it is. She's still wrestling too. All throughout her prep, she was still traveling around the whole globe, Australia, different cities in our country, Mexico, and she still performed while prepping for her first show. So I really got to hand it to her, man. It takes a lot to do what she just did, and it was good to see her win.
Yeah, because she really made a transform. Because I've been following Jordan Grace for a good while, and she really made a transform because she was a little bit more of a
Mhm.
full-figure, thicker girl. She does a lot of powerlifting. She's been wrestling since she
Mhm.
was like 16, 17 years old, and to see her start slowly make this transition and
Mhm.
going from wrestling to bodybuilding, and and she as she won her novice, she won the her in her class, and she's overall. And I face
Mhm.
possibly, I don't know if she's gonna do pro qualifier. I mean, she could probably do well. We got some people coming through here. There's a man, my man Lawrence Perkins. He says, "Good evening, George and Sean. Good evening to you, Lawrence." Also, this is my dude, Balls Deep. What up and salute. Also, we have here is David Bryant. I'm so impressed with Sherry Priami. With Sean shoot with her again. Good to see Sean here. I mean, shout to you. Also, my man Balls Deep is saying Chicago in here. Also, got a drop from him again. Smash the like button. Thank you. And please, peace and blessings to the chat. Yeah. And Sherry Piami, if you follow her on social media, Sherry's looking huge. I mean, I know she was physique competitor, then switch over
Mhm.
to bodybuilding. And,
Mhm.
she's going to do her first show in about, I think, next week. And that is the Vancouver Pro. Now, you work with people like Sherry Piami. You work with people like Sheila Black, who's that's one of my favorites. I love Sheila Black.
Mhm.
You work with so many ladies. I'm just off the top of my head. I just can't name them all. But I will.
A lot of people.
Yes, a lot of people. Like I was asking, who is the most, this as a photographer, who's the most, you would say, the most photographic woman you ever worked with?
That's too tough, man. I can't just say one person. There's a
Well,
lot of people. And the other thing is, I'm never like I love it's when I do a shoot with somebody. It's not so much about how good they are at modeling or how photogenic they are. It's the vibes. I'm all about the vibes during a shoot. If someone comes and they're the most photogenic model and they have no personality and they're in a bad mood, that shoot sucks. I don't have fun. I can get some good shots out of that shoot, but it's not fun. On the other hand, I get shoot somebody who might not be the most photogenic person, but man, she brings such a great personality, and it could be the best shoot I did that whole month or that year. So I look at shoots a little differently than just who's the most photogenic. I just love meeting people from around the whole world, pretty much, man. Like Sherry Priami, like she's cool. Now, what's cool about her is I ended up. So the first time I shot with her was 18, 19. I don't know, I forget. But she was so nervous. Never done a shoot before, from what I remember, and she was quiet, didn't really know how to pose. And then to like shoot with her again, like a couple years later, and watch her just like know exactly what she's doing and comfortable in front of the camera and just looking better than ever. Like that's what I get. Like that's amazing to watch people get better and better each time I see.
yeah, I know, like some amazing shoots you put over. So, folks, we got some more people coming through. It's a man, KL, the one who says, "Hey, what up?" Thank you, KL. He's also this is Lawrence again. How everyone is on the chat doing? Thank you, Lawrence, and everybody's fine. And also, KL, like, how you get his connection with these ladies? I mean, he's just wondering, like this is something I want. How you get these ladies? I mean, I do and sometimes it takes a while for the ladies to get connected to because sometimes they very feel kind of tentative. Like you mentioned, how Sherry's shy. Somebody say they're shy. What do you do? What can share with us out here? These us guys out here.
All right. So the secret really is just to be cool. Be cool. Have a good experience with each person you shoot with, and then they're going to talk to their friend, and their friend might be Sherry Priami or Whitney Jones, Whitney Johns, and girls are going to talk to other girls backstage. What do they do all day backstage? When they're sitting around waiting to get on stage, what do? They talk about, oh, I just did a photo shoot with that guy. Oh my God, such a great experience. You need to shoot with him. And that's really it. You do that and then back it up with some good shots, they're going to want to shoot with you. Simple as that.
Yeah, because a while back I met a lady who I've been a fan of since she was a bodybuilder. That's Annie Revicchio, and you and her and people like Bill Dobbins. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
really have been doing so much great work for in bodybuilding. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's others, but like I said, if I put on the top, I gotta put Bill in the top because the guy he really, and then I gotta put in, I gotta put you. But like I said, it's just the opportunity. People don't realize the beauty of these women who are
Mm-hmm.
in fitness and bodybuilding. A lot of people, like I said again, I do interviews with ladies how sometimes people have prejudgments. Like I said, she's
Mhm.
trying to be a man, yeah, 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 yeah. But like I said, if like this, if she's trying to be a man, what kind of man are you if you can't get in shape? You gotta understand that. Folks, we're gonna go quick over here to Sean's social media. He's on IG. You want to follow him? You can follow him. It's all the information in the description. Reach out to him. And these some pictures here. Like you say, he lives in Vegas, and you got some lovely pictures. There's some lovely ladies right here. I mean, wow, yeah, you got some hot ladies right here. Some ladies recognize there's no Jordan Grace right here. I love Jordan. She just looks amazing. Also, we have some of the others here. Some ladies I don't. There's another here, Jordan. I think I recognize some of here. I see Teresa Vasic right there. And she's one of the main things like here. And also this quite I think there's Christina Mendoza. I mean, she's gonna be repeating this year. Also, there's a Lavinia Rodriguez, and I love some of these pictures with Lavinia. She just has a great look to her, great shape. What was it like working with her?
It was interesting. The beginning was interesting because she spoke no English.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of sign language, me like learning a few words. But her energy is undeniable, man. She loved dancing to the music, and you could see with her smile she was having a good time. So when you shoot with somebody who doesn't speak English, you just got to go with the energy and sign language and whatnot.
Yeah, here's a little video here. It's a little video.
Oh boy.
I gotta be careful with music to it because YouTube is, and you take these photos here and there. You're sitting in chairs, sitting in the water on parade tracks. I mean, man, you everywhere.
So I was bored, right? Because I had knee surgery a few months ago, and that was like, let me find all the different ways I shoot people because I am all over the place. My legs are just always bent in different ways. So I made that video to showcase.
Yeah, I can understand because I'm much older than you, son. Because I got two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I can tell you sometimes it's hard to move around like I used to. We got some more people coming here. We got my man KL the Wonder. He's saying like this. He's a jock. How did you get started in photography, Sean? He'd like to know how did you get started? Like I saw a thing that you got into very young in photography, but you didn't start too late into your life.
Michael Eckstadt, he's my mentor. He ended up showing me the basics of like how to shoot photos. I came from video, so I already kind of knew the basics, but like learning all the little things, the intrinsic things, he helped me with that. So, yeah.
Well, it's good education, especially, I think there's a lot of work to it. Like I have a friend I just met a few months ago. His name is Glenn Young Sr., and he's working in photography. He's got a magazine. Let me show you real quick. It's called the Amazon Fitness Magazine. This is Teresa Vasic in the cover, and he just put it out like last month. I remember that I was an opportunity for me because I got hooked up with a lady by the name of Mary Ann Wachowski, and I went to an event I got to meet. This is my first opportunity to meet women and female bodybuilders. It was just, and then I went to Savannah, and I got to meet, like I said, I meet Annie. I met Alina Popa. I met Donna Salib. I mean, it was just, I used to Linda Murray. I didn't get talked to, but I saw her. I made some just as me being a fan, just being around. I mean, I don't know, you around these women most of the time. We just, I don't know. I just might go like, I just like.
Can I tell you something? Just go up to them and say hi. If you're a fan and you're nervous and you're kind of circling them 10 times because you're not sure if you should go up and say hi, like they see that. They're not blind. They can feel that. So just if you see them, just come up to them and say, "Love your look, big fan of yours," and they're going to be very respectful.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I told some people like I like me. I kind of shy too, and I had to break out of my mold and I approach people like that because I'm kind of introverted in a way. But yeah, it's just that's some great advice. I also got me here, KL the Wanderer. He's saying I took a day class in digital photography. I remember. Okay, and also got here my man David saying, has Sean ever been tongue tied because the model he was shooting was too hot? Yeah, that's the thing is,
No. When I shoot so many models, like they're all beautiful. So I don't really deal with that anymore because I look at the shoot as, oh, it's my client. I'm working with them. So I never get tongue tied. No.
Yeah, you gotta be like I said. A lot of these ladies, and I think a lot of people, especially like myself, we like women like this is just I think we feel like we feel like trolls when you're up against we're like in front of this goddess, and you know we don't know how to act. But like I said, yeah, like I've said that sometimes all you got to do is just suck it up, buttercup, walk up, and say, you know, great fights. Now, is this somebody that you would like to work with? You hadn't worked with yet.
There's so many.
Just name, like, off the top of your head. Maybe.
You know who I want to work with? I'll tell you someone who I really want to work with a second time. Slava. I'm looking forward to working with her. I'm going to be doing another shoot with her in a few months. So she's someone I really want to work with again.
And is she a model, competitor, or should I say?
Yeah. Slava Galligan. Slava. Yeah, look her up on IG. She has a great. You would be the biggest fan. I'm telling you, man. George, if you looked at her IG, you would be like, "Oh, I know who you're talking about."
Oh yeah, because you know, I like I said, I recognize the faces a lot because I'm the type of person I recognize faces more than I can recognize names. I probably, if I see her, I probably won't recognize her. Anyone else you can think of?
Anyone else?
Just two more. I'll just give you two more.
I'd love to shoot with Cass Martin again. She would be great. It's been a while since I shot with her. And then let me think of somebody that I want to shoot with really bad that I haven't had a chance to shoot with. Someone. What's her name? There's someone I'm picturing in my head. I'm also visual too, so
yeah, don't feel bad.
It's like if I can point her, show me a picture of her, I'll point her. But what is her name? It's escaped me right now. But there's a lot of people.
You won't think about somebody, but then you're like, shit. Now I remember her name.
I'll tell you what. I love the Olympia because everyone has a name tag. You just see everyone's name tag. You're like, okay, that's that person, that. Because honestly, man, if you threw like 100 people in front of me, obviously I've seen them all on IG, but like I can't be like, oh, that's VFit 2254, and that's Miss Muscle 221. Like I'm not good at remembering that kind of stuff. So it's good when I have name tags and just use social media.
Yeah, that's good for you. Like I said, it's just getting to know these ladies, working with them. And I mean, you see them, especially after the shows, as you know, those use the best time to photograph, like especially after, like you did some work at the Olympia last year, right? Or was you okay? Because you live in Vegas, so
it's down the street from me, so I'm always at the Olympia.
I know some ladies that I've interviewed that competed at the Olympia, like Danielle Willis, Barbara Manjan, a couple of ladies that just got their pro cards, and the stuff you do with some of these women, is amazing. Like I said, as a small, we call the stuff you like your websites stuff like that. We call them the Beat the Meat websites because we like the content. We get excited when we see these ladies, and you see them at their best, at their worst, and also working with these women, and just it's just like I said. I'm still awe sometimes with the ladies I've talked to and like I said, when I posted this on my channel. Also on my social media, I had one lady. I don't know if you know of her. Her name is Shay Machada. She said, hey, he's great. I mean, she really likes you. I mean, it's just you really have a lot of respect among these women in the fitness and bodybuilding world.
It's because I'm respectful. It's because I'm there for a job, right? There's a lot of people that try to get into photography to get close to the models because they're super fans. And not trying to be any offensive to anyone, but sometimes they come off as unprofessional, and so that's one of the reasons why these competitors have a wall up and they're very picky with who they shoot with. And so I try to go even further out of my way to come off professional, to come off as someone there only to get you great shots and to have a great experience. And I think it pays off. I really do.
Yeah, because there's. Like I said, sometimes I talk with ladies, say there's some weirdos out there. There'll be crazy guys out there. I mean, there's the guys who you have like this. You have one side guys who don't like women like that, and you have the other side that like a little too much. And sometimes I do interviews, like when I'm talking interviews, like say, this is one of my things. This is one of my sticks. When I do my interviews, when in the middle of the interview, I say, hey guys, we reach out to this lady, no D pics. Don't do it. Stop it.
I get it. How many times I've gotten guys who reach out to me, DM me, thinking I'm the model I shot? Obviously they don't do their research, right? They must not be that big of a fan if they're not like going on the IG going, okay, let me see how other stuff. No, they're looking at one photo and they immediately send me, messages that I don't think would work, guys. I just don't think some of these aggressive moves you make don't send to the girls.
No, guys, no, he don't swing that way, fellas. No, that's not his thing. I remember I was doing an interview. I had a little thing with some other people, and one of the guys whose interview was he's a 212 competitor. He was telling me, he's with his wife. I told him sometimes he get V-pics from dudes. And he said, "Well, I send them back." And I know some women who do this. That they said that sometimes they're taking 6 and 5. So whenever guys see them something like that, they send them back to them. Say, "Hey, you want this? I send it back to you." But yeah, I mean, it's a lot to do what you do, and to stay professional, to travel the world like you're doing, meet these people, working with them. I mean, and get a lot of respect.
Exhausting. It's so exhausting. Oh my God. When you say that, man, I'm just like, Jesus. Oh, the summer's coming up. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like from July till the end of August. It's gonna be like nonstop.
Yeah, because I think you have Chicago Pro coming up. You have the St. Louis Pro. You have Tampa. You got so many long lists of shows coming out.
So I'm going to Phoenix, and then I'm doing Junior Nationals is my first show. It's mid-June, and then end of July, or I'm sorry, at the end of June, I'm going to go to Boston for a few days. From Boston, go to the UK, then Scotland, then the Portugal Pro Show. Then I'm going to go to Prague, and then I'm going to go to Rome, and then I'm going to go to Amsterdam. Then I come back. And immediately after that is the immediately after that is Chicago Pro Show. Not even going back to Vegas. I'm going right from Europe to Philly to Chicago Pro Show. Get back to Vegas. Got 3 days before the USA's. And then I got 4 days after that before Tampa Pro Show. Go to that show. And then right when I get back from Tampa Pro Show, I got the WBFF Worlds here in Vegas. And then I get to rest. Then I get to sleep a little bit.
And then you have the Olympia coming up. That's right back. They moved back to Florida, and then after that, I think there's a Romanian Muscle Fest, and then you have a little downtime until because you're gonna have a few shows here and there. Some ladies want to do some photo sessions, for their social media. My man here, KL, he likes to say, they still going to do it in the pics, ain't going to stop. Yeah, can't stop, not stop. That's Puff Daddy to say.
Good thing the pictures are blurred until you click it, so you never have to see that shit. You just
delete it. And knowing what you're dealing with, the women, did you ran into someone that you gave you a hard time? Don't have to say any names. And that's also, like I said, sometimes, like I said, that some, dealing with, especially when they're like getting ready for a show, they're like maybe 2 or 3 weeks out. They're hangry. They can't eat no, carbs. They want to fight. You ever like we're not saying
no fighting.
You ever had any like difficult people? You say we're not going to name names, just difficult people that just.
Let me just name everybody right now. Let me write it down. Ready? I'm just kidding. But I would say no one's really giving me a hard time. Obviously, people have it's tough. Week before the show, they're in a bad mood, but everyone's respectful. I don't think I've had any bad situations like that. I know that when I started out, it took longer for them to trust me, and maybe that comes off as a little bit of some kind of friction during a shoot. But now, no, not really. Top of my head, no.
Yeah, it's good to have trust because you know what, women just people can realize people give you. Yes, these women are athletes. Yes, they have muscles, but it's still women. And sometimes women just like to feel, if they find a man they feel comfortable with. Especially, sometimes I learned like this. I used to work, 2 of my jobs I used to work at. I used to work in textiles. I worked with women all day. I worked there for about 13 years. Another job was I used to work in a strip club, and I worked here with women all night. And I learned that sometimes when women feel comfortable with a man, they will reveal everything. And sometimes they will go to the man. They don't need you to solve your problem. They want you to listen and then give your thought, and then they can weigh where they want to go. It's just people got to realize that these women who are, some of them are maybe can probably lift a car or more better condition you are. They're still women, and that's something. Like I said, I talk about this on my channel that people need to realize. respect them as women and see them as that.
Mhm.
Don't look at them as like some kind of weird thing. It's just some of these are top level athletes,
Mhm.
people who I follow, like people like Andrea Shaw, people like I saw.
Love Andrea. She is amazing.
Actually, it's
Love her.
Andrea. Somebody told me it's Andrea. I got corrected a while back. But people like Sarah Vilgas, people like Natalia, people like Hela Trevino, a lot of these women.
Oh, I got somebody. You said, who would I love to work with?
Who?
Brooke Walker.
Oh my God, I love her. She has that great look about. I was hoping she would win the Miss Olympia because I think she has that great next door girl look to her. She's a Southern lady because I'm from the South, from North Carolina. She's in Arkansas, and she has a great look to her. I think she's kind of like. I think they wanted. She's like maybe a cross between Julie McCarr and Danilyn Bailey. I think she has that look to her that I find probably. I don't know if Natalia and Sarah don't come in the best condition, she could probably get the title.
I hope so. She seems like a really sweet person. I really hope for the best for that girl, and I hope one day she's not stuck with HD Physiques and she can start shooting elsewhere. That's the hope. That's the hope.
She's with the other guy. So like
dumb contracts.
Yeah, I know. Maybe like I said, you know how it is. Sometimes whatever that makes a stranger makes us stronger. That's the other guy. He comes out every now and then. Also my man KL the Wonder says everybody loves Andrea Shaw. She's also like the Linda Murray. Yeah, Linda Murray. She was a lady. Was great. Like Andrea. She had a great combination of muscle and beauty. And it was a great opportunity for me to see her at Savannah. I wish I talked about her. She's a busy lady. So like folks, Sean, he's a busy man. He is. If you check his social media, he is touring. He is going to be busy for the next few months, as you said. I'm going to drop some stuff he's doing right now. He is going in April, this end of this month. He's going to be in Phoenix. Also, in May, he's going to be in New York at the New York Pro.
That's right, New York. I forgot about that show. Yeah,
yes. Also, he's going to be in Philly. He's going to be Junior Nationals, which is going to be in Charleston. That's good ways from where I say it. And also, he's going to be in Nashville. And like I said, guys, if you are a fan of his work and his content, reach out to him, support him. I mean, and also you ladies out there who are, who's interested in doing photos and working and maybe, put it out there, get you, like I said, one thing is this is good for social media for yourself. Because like I said, a lot of people follow you, put out these great content. But like I said, we don't have much longer. We don't want to hold these gentlemen up.
I got one more. You got one more question. You can ask me one more if anyone has a question.
Okay, we got my man. My man, he's picking on me. Wasn't expecting you to the Joker on him, George. Hey, man, that's me. I have several personalities. Like right now, you're speaking to George McCarthy. Also, I'm all the way George Page, aka the Emperor Bodybuilding Talk. Also, I do content on women and mixed martial arts and other stuff, wrestling. And also, I call myself the Lord of the Wall, as a name that was given to me by a dear friend of mine. Also, I call myself the hater, and there's also the other guy, the Joker, and I just have multiple personalities. But just as I said, if you could change something in the business, what would you like to see as a content creator and as a photographer? What you want to see change?
Are you talking about the business of like the competitions, that part of it?
Yeah.
I just think it's never going to change. It's definitely wishful thinking, but the politics is insane. Politics are insane. I just think it could become a very unhealthy sport for these women with the mental things they deal with it being politics or just the pressure that social media creates to make them keep pushing the envelope and take their body to levels they sometimes shouldn't. And so I think if those two things probably got less, that would be good. Be good for everyone.
Yeah, that's what it do. I think one thing you do is one thing that I say like this, more things for, especially when you hit the pro level, should be more benefits to being a pro. These ladies spend more money than to get out of it. There should be more opportunities. Like I said, Sarah Biggers is stepping up. She's putting up money for shows like she's doing. I mean,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. She's doing.
Wings of Strength, what they've been doing for the last 2 years. I mean,
Jake's been great. Yeah.
I mean, those things. I think as you know, this is truthful about men's bodybuilding. It's the bottom bitch of the level, but these women, they put in just much work, and they should get this much more out of it as they put into it. It's my man.
It's like what they win at the Olympia, right? It's like the numbers that they win if they won the Olympia is nothing compared to what the guys win, and the money they put into it. I mean, after taxes, what they win doesn't even cover that. It barely covers that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why Andrew Shaw double dipping. She'll do the Rise of Phoenix. She do the Olympia. If she got at least, I would say $200,000, like maybe half of what Heidi Chopin and Big Kwame get. She can do a lot more. She don't have to double dip. She don't, it's just stuff. Oh, my man, this is my man from my man KL. He's saying, I remember reach out to Sean. The rules, no D pics. he's saying this. He says, pause. I'm joking on the last text. Pause, man. Pause. But like I said, yes, I wish more can do for it. I mean, I know things not gonna change, but it's up to people. If they want change, you got to make change. But like I said, some people too afraid. They worry about the short-term money than long-term money. But as I said again, it is a great opportunity to talk to someone like yourself. And to what you're doing in this sport, give these ladies an opportunity. I mean, I'm a fan. I love the work you do with your site, with her biceps, all the other stuff. I mean, it's just it's just great. But I do appreciate you, and I do have a lot of respect for a person like yourself. I mean, and like I said, as a content maker, you. This is the other guy I like to say. You complete me.
Oh man. Yeah, finish it off with the Joker, huh?
I had to. Why so serious, Sean? Why so serious?
Oh man.
I love he took that character, he ran with it. That's why I loved it.
Yeah, I love that Joker. The best Joker.
Yeah, I grew up with Jack Nicholson and Cesar Romero, but I loved he was great. But anyway, folks, we like to appreciate Mr. Nelson coming through, sharing his story, talking with us. It's a great opportunity for myself as a content maker to get just someone who's in the business, who's seen the people, who's like it's basically I like to say, who has his boots on the ground, 10 toes down, doing what he's doing. Much respect to him. I'd like to shout out to the people who came through here who watched this video and it's live. You want to, like I said again, you want to reach out to Sean. If you are a competitor who wants to reach out to him and interested in doing photo shoots, you can go to his IGs and social media. You can find when he's setting up. You can set up photo sessions or whatever else and work with him. And
message me, just reach out to me.
Yeah, reach out to him. Be serious about him. And and also we got my man David Bryce says Sean's VR videos are great. He's a big fan too. Shout out to David. He also does content over female bodybuilding forum. Great guy, cool. But like I said again, I like to shout out to my man KL the Wonder, David Bryant, my man Balls Deep, my man Lawrence Perkins. I'd like to thank you again, sir. Appreciate your time. I wish you all the best of luck, all the great success.
Thank you.
And you're doing great work. For us fans and us schmoes out there, we truly appreciate what you're doing for us.
Thanks, George. Appreciate you saying that. It means a lot to me.
Well, I got a thing. Like I always say this. One of my favorite parts is, like I said, it's a big Batman fan. The end of Batman Begins, where Jim Gordon says to, Batman, I forgot to thank you. And he says, you never have to, sir. You never have to. Anyway, folks, we have to thank you, Sean. We got to let him go. He's a busy man. Got time to work. Got
to edit.
You got to get going. Have to keep going.
All right, man. Yeah. All right, George. I'll see you later, man.
All right. Thank you. Peace. Anyway, folks, I'd like to thank y'all again for coming through and having this conversation with Sean. Great guy, amazing work. I hope to see more of his stuff, content out there. Like I said again, check his stuff on social media. Reach out to him if you are a competitor, men's bodybuilding or fitness, physique, any division, or you just an athlete, be it CrossFit, or just really want to really put yourself out there, really expand yourself in your content on social media. Reach out to Sean. He's a pretty good dude. He can put on some good work. So anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate Mr. Sean Nelson again. Thank you for supporting my channel. Good luck to everybody out there for this upcoming season. And like I said again, this is man Always George Page, aka the Emperor. If you ever to talk, don't like, subscribe. I am out. Have a good evening.